Thanks for having me. I just want to talk about a little bit about Scottsboro Summerfest. We put it on Facebook and we talked a little bit about it, but we haven't really said anything, nothing's really set in stone quite yet. But we have three main goals for the Summerfest. One being to boost our local economy for Scottsboro. We also wanted to bring something fun to the community that everybody can enjoy. And then we wanted to give back to our community. I'll go over all three of those a little bit. As far as boosting the economy, festivals, music festivals, every city that does them, they estimate that they bring about $2 million just for one event, just to the city itself. Just local economy, gas stations, restaurants, hotels. On average, they estimate that anybody that comes to a town visiting spends about $110 a day. Of course, it's just an estimate. If they spend the night, it's usually about $335 a day. So if you do that times however many people show up, you get a pretty substantial amount of money for the economy. This year, we're expecting hopefully about 10,000 to 15,000 people to show up. And we wanted to do this event annually. So every year grow bigger and have bigger bands, and move from a one-day event to maybe a 2 or 3 day event. Like I'm sure you guys heard, a lot of cities around Alabama and Tennessee, they all have 2 or 3 day events that bring tons of money for their local economies. As far as giving back to our community, we're going to have a dunking booth we're going to charge $1 for 3 shots to dunk individuals like yourselves into the dunk booth. But 100% of the proceeds of that dunk booth will go to the Scottsboro Boys and Girls Club. And then along with a portion of the ticket sales will go to the Scottsboro Boys and Girls Club too. We're not trying to make a bunch of money on this, we just want to try to, like I said, boost the economy of Scottsboro and bring something for everybody can enjoy, and something that maybe will build to a big time event. As far as the event goes, we're going to have live music. We've got 5 bands booked. We got bouncy houses, games for kids. We got several local vendors, food vendors. We've got lemonade vendors. Arts and crafts, anything that people are looking to sell. And we're trying to get mostly local vendors. That was the idea. At least Jackson County local. Of course, we'll probably have 2 or 3 from Marshall County or Madison County. So far, it's just my wife and I putting everything we've got into this event. We're nearly $25,000 into the event already, and it hasn't even happened. I guess what I'm asking for is just city support. I wanted to answer any of you guys' questions. I'm sure some of you have heard about it or seen it, and I'm sure have plenty of questions. But
what do you plan on having the event?
The Goose Pond Amphitheater.
You've already gotten with the board.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, we have a meeting tomorrow to kind of nail down the details of.
Do you have a date?
June 17th.
Mr. Kemper brought up a good point on the tourism grant. That's something that you can apply for. That would help with advertising.
Okay.
I've actually worked in Manchester during Monterey for a couple of years, and for those of you that have never experienced anything like that, just to give you an idea, on one weekend you'll sell 82,000 bags of ice. 82,000 bags of ice, but it doesn't just impact just the economy right then. They come in months early. They support the lumber companies, the warehouses, people like Tim Allen, they rent tools. It's a huge economic impact, and they give back to the community first, the community didn't, they pushed back, and then when they saw that they were actually helping support, they helped the schools and some other nonprofit organizations, and now the community, opens up for them. So, and it's grown significantly. And like you said, start off small and see what happens. But there is definitely a benefit for the community to bring in something like that. So I would hope that we would support it.
That was pretty much our plan is, but basically we just need the support to be able to do this every year. If people don't show up and they don't support it, then we obviously can't do it a second year. But
Mr. Connell, when do you anticipate having it?
it's going to be June 17th.
So it'll be a one-day event? Or?
Yeah, this time it's just going to be a one-day event from 3 p.m. to midnight. We didn't want to do it midday in June. Obviously, it'd be 100 degrees outside, and most people wouldn't want to stay very long. But we figured in the evening, it'd kind of cool off, and we'll have, of course, the snow cone vendors. We've already got several like snow cone vendors and ice cream vendors, stuff like that, that'll be out there.
What about security?
As far as security goes, Goose Pond is requiring us to have some type of security. And according to certain state laws, we have to technically hire off-duty city police officers, I think is how that goes, which I have to coordinate still. And we were trying to see if, as far as security and maybe like the EMTs, stuff like that, to be on hand, if the city could help us with something like that. As far as having city employees working the event, I didn't know what the cost associated would be, or if you guys would even be able to help with something like that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
May I ask a question? Sure. You said you had 5 bands coming. Do you have a estimate of how much those 5 bands are going to cost you?
The 5 bands so far have cost us $12,000. And that was with quite a big discount because we used, 3 of the bands, our main bands, we used the same booking agent for all 3. And they're regional bands, so they're from around Alabama, so they, pretty well known in Alabama. The Velcro Pygmies being the main band that we're having, which most everybody's heard of. They've been playing music since roughly the 80s, I believe. And then there's 2 bands that are below them, I guess you should say, not below them, but coming up underneath them. They kind of have the same genre. One band's called Your Girlfriend, and the other band's called Locksmith. And then we have 2 local musicians, one being Colby King, and the name of his band slips my mind right now, and then we have Robert Lee, who's from Bridgeport.
And did I understand you correctly to say you had already invested $25,000?
Well, it'll be a total of $25,000 estimated. Right now, we've paid the bands. We have to have a sound guy, that's separate from the actual bands, and that's about $4,000 just for him. Doesn't include, there is a facility, a bathroom facility there, but it was suggested to me that we get extra porta potties and stuff like that, so there's going to be a ton more costs coming into play.
So if you have a large number of people coming, then you're going to have to recoup your investment,
Correct.
whatever that might be, before any. It just seems like for a first-time project, that's a lot of money to.
Well, and that's why, as far as ticket sales goes, we're actually we haven't come up with a price yet because we were trying to get sponsorships from other local businesses that would like to help, with the expenses. And which I brought some sponsor forms if anybody wanted one or knew anybody who'd be interested in sponsoring. I also have vendor sheets. Our vendors, you know, we're gonna charge for the vendor spots and then ticket sales, stuff like that. That's how we plan on recouping our end of the deal. And if you have 10,000 people show up and it's $10 a ticket, there's $10,000. But hopefully, you know, Coke and water and every, you know, all the different vendor sales or vendor spots, you know, at $100 a piece. And hopefully we'll add up just to get our money back. But like I said, we're not in this to try to make, we're not trying to make a bunch of money. We want to try to bring something to Scottsboro that everybody can enjoy and not, and it'll boost the local economy. My wife and I both have businesses here and they both struggled at times when the economy struggles, we struggle. So, I mean, I know every business owner here feels the same way I do, and I'm sure they would like it if they had 10,000 extra people in Scottsboro for a day to spend money at their business.
Thank you.
Yep,
Thank you.
thank you.